afraid of spiders. So Mama didn't raise no bitch running 3 wide in the middle. Come on.
You did not. A couple of them got scared.
Just trying to figure out how to make myself pee right now.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to talk yourself into that for a while, I bet. Well, good news is we're just over halfway. Bad news is we're just over halfway.
And we're back for another edition of Last Case for Motion. And we learned some new things this weekend that Bubba is no bitch, right? Or his mama didn't raise one.
Yeah,
right.
He might be afraid of spiders.
He is afraid of spiders.
But
That's a fact. But he's not a bitch. And Kyle Larson has to make himself.
Did he end up peeing? Do we know?
I don't know. We should ask the interior guy on his car if he had to pee.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it's a lot harder to pee in your car than you think. Like, people are like, oh, just go. Now, for the record, I've never peed in the race car. I refuse to do it because I think it's very, very mean to the interior guy because he's got to clean all that stuff out.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be smelling hot pee.
Right.
Mentally, I think it would be challenging. I interviewed Jimmy on Sunday, and he mentioned the same thing. He was like, I've never done it. He's like, I don't know how people do it. Yeah. He's like, I go to the bathroom right before I get in the car, and I stop drinking fluids like 3 hours before. And he's like, you're so dehydrated. I don't know how you would actually have to pee.
Yeah. And I feel like you're going to be sweating out a lot of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sweat out a bunch of. I had issues at the playoff race in Texas last year.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't go. Yeah, I didn't go to the bathroom right before the race, and I got to like lap. It was like lap 30. And I'm like, I'm in trouble. Like, this is bad. I have a child in me right now, and we got a red flag, and that was when it was the worst.
Yeah,
because I was just
sitting there,
and it was like 30 to go.
Oh no!
I'm like, just please, let's get this race over with. And I think I peed for like 4 straight minutes.
That's so painful.
I went to a game at
can't be good for you.
Florida.
No,
when I was in college, Western played Florida down in the swamp, and we tailgated, and I thought, oh, I'll just there'll surely be a porta-john from where we tailgated between there and the stadium, and there was not. And then there was a line to get into the stadium. Yeah. By the time we were like walking up the ramp to get in, I'm like doubled over in pain.
Did you go in the woods?
No, like the swamp is right in the middle of town.
Yeah,
like there's nowhere to go. It's not like I'm not going to get a public indecency ticket that early in the day.
That early in the day, just ruin your whole Sunday.
Yeah. So once we finally got in, like there was every stall in the bathroom full except for the handicap stall.
Did you go in?
Oh, yes. And the toilet in the handicap stall was filled with airplane bottles.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, it was clogged with airplane bottles. It's like, screw this.
Why would you dispose them in the, like, if you're in the bathroom already, it's not like security's in the bathroom.
Just throw them in the trash.
Yeah.
That's
They're
the
college
most
kids.
random thing I've ever heard.
Like, they're scared that somebody's going to see them in the bathroom with an airplane bottle. I got to go in the...
There's no... Have you ever seen a cop in a bathroom at a sports game?
No.
Never.
I mean,
it's
going.
Crazy, isn't it?
I think I've seen one going one time. Like, he had to pee.
I have never seen one in the bathroom.
No,
ever.
I haven't either.
I mean, I've seen...
They're so busy.
But in like a college game? No.
I just think it's funny. Why would you throw an airplane?
I mean, it's just disrespectful.
College kids.
Random.
College kids are awful.
It's disrespectful to the interior guy of the bathroom.
Yeah, the dude's
because they're going to have to go in there and clean that up.
Got to go fishing.
Yeah.
For airplane bottles.
Also, they're so small, like by the time you're done with it, you don't have proof that there was actually fluid in the bottles. Like, you could throw it away in the concession area.
I mean, at Western,
they're this big.
It's
not like it's like a
we may or may not at Western have just like flung them on the ground in the stands.
Well, that's
like,
literally.
That's yeah.
It's better to put it in the toilet or
it's the statute of
but I'm just
limitations
saying,
in play here.
Probably we're at least 10 years removed now, I think.
10 years removed.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a weird thing
with
my headphones. I thought I was going to lose audio for a second.
You know, now they make shot pouches.
They make all sorts of things. They make shot pouches. They make bangles. Like for girls, like bracelets, like big.
Like the band from the 80s, the Bangles?
Yeah, like big bangles.
The Cincinnati
Bengals. Have a little cap. So it's like a flask on your wrist.
I'm just going to drink out my wrist.
Yeah. It's like a bangle bracelet. Like, like a chunky bracelet.
I don't know what that is. I don't know. You keep saying the word bangle is not helping me know what it is.
I'm imagining a tiger on your wrist.
Yeah.
Bangle, not bangle.
I'm imagining Chad Ochocinco catching a touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It's a chunky bracelet So what they've done is hollowed it out, added a little cap,
Mm-hmm.
and the cap's like on a little chain, so you don't use.
I'm sorry. I'm an adult. Bring your own alcohol in a flask or something.
But have you watched Brockmire at all?
I don't know, but I thought of something else. Have you seen the flasks that are the seat? So you know the cushy seats you're allowed to bring in there. They've put like a bladder inside of them, like a flask bladder.
That's
to sneak it in. There's so many
dipstick
different
right
ways.
there.
Yeah.
In Brockmire, they found out that he commentates games better when he's drunk, and like they hid in his binoculars. There was a flask in the binoculars, so like he's like doing different things during the game, just like, and that's a long fly ball to center field, and it's gone.
I feel like there's
Brought to you by
a lot of bourbon. Brought to you by bourbon.
Brought to you by bourbon.
So what I don't understand or like about bringing that stuff into the game, like the cushion or the bangle or something, is I know that you're desperate if you're trying to get alcohol in that bad to a game, but I don't want to. It's hot during most sporting events. I don't want to drink hot bourbon or whiskey. Especially, I don't want to drink whiskey.
Does Yeti make
at
flasks?
A game.
Does Yeti make flasks?
I don't think so.
You
could freeze it.
Yeah, you could. Well, the alcohol won't freeze, but if you had a Yeti, it would keep it cold. A Yeti type flask where if the liquid's already cold, it would stay cold. Does Yeti start making flasks?
If you're bringing liquor, though, you just go buy a soda with some ice in it at the stand.
And then just pour your
airplane bottle in there, and boom, you got a chilled drink.
I don't understand people who can drink like liquor, day drinking.
No.
Like at a
Liquor's
sporting
like a
event.
night drink.
Yeah,
I've done that before.
I'm sure you have.
Unless it's like mint juleps while you're watching horse racing.
I've done it before and I've regretted it every time I've done it.
Or like a nice crisp Tom Collins.
There's been a few times that I didn't regret it. Vodka and lemonade. Vodka and lemonade, like on a hot day,
I'm not a big vodka
it's
fan.
very refreshing.
Arnie Palmer.
Ooh, yeah.
Arnold Palmer, yeah.
Spiked Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
Speaking of like smuggling stuff in, our Uber driver out to the concert on Saturday. I know you guys
Remind us what
engaged.
concert.
I was at the Sturgill Simpson,
and I
Willie
got this
Nelson.
lovely plaque.
You have a plaque from Hooters.
You can't see the name because the camera's so far away. Ryan got one too, but
I got one too.
There's a little Hooter right
Your name
there.
needs to be blacked out.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to see.
We'll fix it in post.
Perfect.
I'll enhance this
you'll
one. I'll put
a
mat on it. And we'll just make
the little Hooters guy has a little crown too. You notice
it's
that?
over here.
I can't see.
Yeah, it's over there.
This is the Hooters guy is over here.
It's an owl,
Whoops.
by the way.
The owl.
The Hooters guy.
Does the Hooters owl have a nickname?
Hootie.
Hootie.
Really?
And the blowfish.
I don't know.
Hootie and the boobfish. What happened to your Uber driver? You said smuggling.
Anyway, so she used to work as a security person at PNC Pavilion.
So she knew all the
So
tricks.
she knew this and the secrets and like things that people tried to sneak in. Said the weirdest thing somebody ever tried to sneak in. She said that she saw this guy walk up in a trench coat. And she was like, "Oh no, this is not going to end well."
Oh.
And
please tell me he had like flasks all in it.
No.
Oh.
He had a cat.
What?
A kitten.
A kitten. And she's like, "Sir, you're not going to be able to bring this cat
That
into
was
the
not
venue."
what I thought was
I know.
happening.
Wasn't what I thought was happening. She went to her supervisor, said, "All right, we're going to, this guy
Maybe it
brought
was
a
an
kitten."
emotional therapy.
Well, it was a service
Stop.
kitten. It was a service kitten so that he was allowed to bring the cat into the show.
You can
Did
make
he have a little service
you can make
desk?
any animal
You could.
a service animal.
But like, I can just see somebody in a trench coat watching a concert,
like
just
petting
sitting there
a
like,
kitten.
"Yes, Mr. Snuggles."
I can see people making a case for a cat being an emotional therapy animal, even though they don't have any emotions and they're the worst animals ever.
Well,
they do have an emotion.
Not a
They
fan of
have
cats.
it's all angry.
Yeah.
Anger.
Anger.
I want to have like a therapy like bird, like a parrot.
Pretty bird.
Just
pretty
sit there.
bird.
I just thought he was really quiet. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah,
like it'd be awesome. And then teach it bad words.
Would you have a therapy owl and name it Hootie?
I would.
Yeah.
Owls are awesome.
Yeah. I was just
They're
kind
very
of
smart, and
trying
they
to
can
toss it
turn
back
their
to
back
what
to
you
the
guys did
Hooters.
on Saturday.
Oh yeah, what we did on
Pageant.
Saturday.
This was a big weekend. It was
It was a
Memorial
pageant.
Day weekend. A lot of things happened this week.
It did. Yeah, we had a race.
There was a lot of racing.
A lot of racing.
And we had the pageant. The pageant was fun.
It was.
I enjoyed it. We had to pause it for like half hour because of lightning.
Mm-hmm.
But then I felt like there was more people who came after the lightning
Yeah.
than before.
I guess it was the first time they had
cool.
ever done it for the public. Like
So-
you used to be had to be invited before, but this was like a public
It was a free show.
free show.
Who won?
Lakin Baumgartner, is that how you say her name?
I think so. Yeah, she's from Georgia.
Douglasville, I think.
Dawsonville?
Town over.
Okay, town over. So wait, you're telling me there's some inside trading with Chase Elliott?
Yeah,
from
I think
Maybe.
he probably,
cooking.
He rigged it somehow.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun. It was kind of cool. We had to ask questions. We had hard hitting. I had a
Ryan
hard question.
had the hardest question out of all the questions asked.
It was ridiculous. My question was, it was something about women in the workplace.
How do you feel about women in the workforce currently?
Yeah, like I shouldn't be asking that. I'm not a woman.
I should ask that.
I barely work, and I'm not a woman. So I think like Kim should have asked that question.
Yeah,
it was not the best question, and to be honest with you, it was the hardest one.
It was the hardest one.
And she was like, she actually answered it very well.
She did. She answered it well. Most of the answers were good. There was maybe one where I was kind of like, meh.
If such as
Too much.
maps. What room is?
Miss South Carolina in the Miss USA pageant, I think, 6 years ago. She got a lot of leverage out of that.
She did.
World peace.
If such as maps and world peace, and then such things.
And such as things.
So how was the panel? Like, it was you, the two of you, Chase Elliott, you had...
Lynn Austin, who was the OG. She was the first Miss Hooters International. Brittany Cartwright from Vanderpump Rules.
And then we had a Carolina Panthers player.
And then
we had
Mario Addison.
Ovens, I can't remember his last name. The UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Mario Addison was there. Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
He maybe didn't understand how the voting remote worked. It's fine.
He thought the lower number was
the best number.
Of the best number.
But 0 was worth 10.
That's true.
Because there wasn't a 10 button. So
he was handing out some 10s.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Maybe he was handing out some 1s and 2s.
I don't know. He was a little confused. I had to put him on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, it was like 3/4 of the way through the 10 of them. He's like,
he
Kim
didn't believe
over.
me. I told him twice. I was like, the higher the number, the better.
Yeah.
But 0 is a 10 because there's no 10 button. He's like, no, man. Because I could see him. I could see him. Not that I cared that he watched what I was voting, but I kept seeing him looking over at me voting, and he finally was like, "Hey, the lower number's the high." And I was like, "I don't think so."
We
left it that. So the second time he asked, I turned to Ryan. I was like, "Ryan."
He thought it was like ranking. Like first,
second, third.
Yeah.
Which,
but,
I mean,
I can understand the confusion.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. It was neat.
Did you have wings while you were judging? Like, can you just sit there and just like,
I wish, man.
That's a 10 right there, and this wings is 7.
Yeah.
They kept bringing us
me some ranch
beverages. Yeah,
we got more
girls.
Yeti type things. I have a
Yeti
type cooler that says Hooters on it now.
A Yeti type cooler?
I don't think it's not officially licensed Yeti. It's like a stainless steel tumbler.
Yeah,
the Betty.
I like the ones they have though because the bottom is foam.
Yeah.
Oh, so it just sort of like
it just sits.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Sweat.
You don't get that sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tap,
Stepping up their game, man.
Yeah. I have noticed when I set my coffee down during the show, I just have to kind of.
I can still hear it.
Yeah.
Nice.
See?
A lot of times I do it and you don't notice it. Yeah.
Really?
Now I'm going to hear it every time.
Or
Every single time.
maybe I
Every
just
single
don't
time.
acknowledge it.
Can we talk about Will Power winning Indy at Team Penske?
Yeah.
Team Penske.
Yeah, 17th win for Roger in the 500. That's pretty cool. But
his emotion was so fun.
Oh, yeah.
In Victory Lane.
Yeah, I was watching it and I'm like, I cannot wait to see this Victory Lane because Will is like the most like even keel.
Is he really like out of?
Oh yeah, he's like super monotone. He's like, oh yeah, all right, yeah, no, cool, yeah, I drive Indy cars, yeah.
Well, he's Australian. I feel like Australians are like
either
they're
psycho
bipolar. They're like super chill, or they're just like rage.
Yeah, but he was pumped up. That was really cool to.
It was fun.
What was it he said on his
on the in car? He was like, "Show some respect, mother effers." He said the full word.
I like how we're censoring.
I know
that.
I'm censoring that. Not that I censor myself every week.
See, generally, like we ease into the show, and there's either a lot of cussing right off the top, and then there's a lull in the middle, or there's not a lot
except for one,
and then there's a flurry. So when we start cussing, I just need us to do like the hand signal, like this, so when I'm scrubbing through, I can know.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I was doing you a favor by not saying what he really.
Thank
said.
you.
But he had just like screamed and screamed. I wonder what kind of milk he had.
Oh, I don't know.
That was a question I had. If you were an IndyCar driver running the Indy 500, don't you have to put in before the race like what type of milk you want in the event that you went? What kind of milk would you ask for?
Do they make white chocolate milk?
Could
you make chocolate milk?
Normal milk,
but look.
What if you want like strawberry
with
milk?
the flavor of chocolate milk?
Strawberry milk.
Still.
That's you can't call it white chocolate milk though because white chocolate is not chocolate.
I like the flavor.
You want chocolate milk that's white in color,
Sure,
not white chocolate.
You could
milk.
dye it.
Yeah.
I guess you could. Could you dye milk? I guess you can dye
I don't
anything.
know if
nowadays.
it's authentic chocolate. Like chocolate's dark.
I mean, with the modern science and such these days, I mean.
Would it be a faux pas if I asked for like almond milk?
Strawberry milk.
Nobody would know.
Nobody
would know if
Kim,
it's almond milk.
If you won the Indianapolis 500.
I can get whatever.
Yes,
milk
because you would be the first female driver to win the Indianapolis 500 and be like, you know what? Here's some almond milk.
I want goat milk.
Yeah.
Ooh, have you ever had goat milk?
No, I don't.
Have we talked about goat milk?
I think we have, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, it tastes like goats smell.
Mm-hmm. That's probably a reason for that.
You have to be really careful. I think I've said this before on the actual production of the milk, because if you get like one goat hair in the milk, it taints the whole taste of the entire vat of milk.
I don't like those odds.
Nope.
So I'm not going to go for goat milk.
What about camel? I've seen camel milk. I was at Dean and DeLuca before it closed, before they stopped paying their rent.
Wait, Dean and DeLuca closed?
Yeah.
Oh.
The one uptown and the one at Phillips Place.
Huh.
They just stopped paying their rent. I don't know.
It's like, we're out.
They
ghosted their rent.
They used to sell camel milk.
Ew.
I forget what it was called. It was like like the name of it was very cheeky.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like you could just give everyone like 2% milk, a little bit different brands, and just call it some crazy like, here's camel milk, here's zebra milk. Oh, these taste very similar.
I think whole milk would be a bad choice. Milk was a bad choice.
So hot.
So damn hot.
Yeah, it was hot.
He took like one swig of it and then just poured it on.
It's like, it's so hot.
Maybe he's lactose intolerant.
Not going to do it.
He's like, this is disgusting.
He got it all over whatever, the girl with the glasses, Miss Indy or whoever she was, like she was covered in milk.
Yeah.
When he turned around and she like went to congratulate him.
Yeah. She was destroyed.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm going to smell for this. Thank you so much.
Hot milk.
I smelled for like, I just now got the smell of smoke off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I smelled really
Was it
bad.
as bad as it looked? Because it looked like you were going to come back out like a charred, you were going to walk out like singed.
No, it wasn't.
Smoking.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. It came out the shifter
like
boot.
Doc from Back to the Future.
Oh, someone tweeted me. They were like, he looked like he was trying to go back in the future. But no, it wasn't. It's not as bad as it looks. But yeah, I smelled like.
Was it like campfire or like just burnt plastics like, and metals? It
was like a mixture of everything.
Like hair. You know how hair smells when you burn it? Like a really putrid.
It just smelled gross. Like it was like scrubbing. But it's gone now.
It's gone.
I
think.
We should have taken a bath and soaked in a bath.
I don't
lavender.
I don't like baths.
Yeah, I don't either. We've been over this. It's like you're sitting in butt water.
Yeah, you're sitting in your own.
You're sitting in butt water.
Which, with that in mind, after watching the Monaco race, they do the shoey.
Yeah.
I like the shoey.
Yeah, but like, is that a used shoe?
That's his shoe.
That's his shoe.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's a good tradition.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I would like to. Do
I would
shoey.
if I won Monaco. I would drink out of both shoes.
I hope he's still partying right now.
I bet he is.
He's Australian too.
Yeah. Him win.
Two Australians.
Yeah.
Damn, we should have had Marcos Ambrose run the 600.
Could have been an Aussie day.
An Aussie day.
But that was. Did you get up and watch that race at all? Was it on? Were you at the track?
I watched the last half of the race. Yeah. It was good.
It's always the greatest day in racing.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to go one day.
Put the three there on the podium. Yeah. It was fun when he pulled in there at the end. Like, oh yeah, I forgot that he is a huge Earnhardt fan and has the stylized 3 on the front.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
he's pretty cool.
Kind of badass.
I met him in Texas last year. He's a super nice guy.
Daniel Ricciardo.
Did you see what was it, Sebastian?
Vettel?
Yeah, Vettel. Like started spraying the champagne way too early.
Yeah. He's like, I want to get this out of the way. And and Lewis Hamilton tried to get it going early too. Before they even handed out the trophies.
Whenever he doesn't win, he's a little bitch.
Well, how do you want somebody to be if they don't win a race? And that's one of those ones that like in F1
it's different because the podium, like having podiums is different. Do you think that'd be more frustrating if NASCAR had podiums and like the first, second, and third place drivers were all together?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I've never really understood podiums. I understand other sports do it, or
they have it in like track and field,
IndyCar and F1 do it, and yeah, like the Olympics, they sometimes do it. But I don't think. I think if you ask any NASCAR driver, they wouldn't want a podium because you don't want to stand up there if you're on second or third. And
I think
like those guys get
funny,
pumped up, like for getting on the podium. They're like, ah! Like they're pumped, and I don't think any NASCAR guy would be like that.
Well, and I think it's because that's the way they've always done it.
Yeah, they've grown up doing it,
and like that because they're mainly racing for the championship.
Yeah,
like because in F1 it seems like if you're on the pole, you've got a pretty good shot of winning that race.
Yeah,
Are you trying to say it's follow the leader?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, it's a different style of racing.
it's
like
different.
they're setting up the cars like through practice and qualifying to get on the pole.
Yeah,
their main
to
goal
win
is
the race.
to win the race.
Yeah,
to then get the championship points. So if you're finishing, was it 10th and up, like you're in the
points.
You're getting points.
Yeah.
So if you're on the podium, boom, your points. It's points racing for a whole season.
Yeah, like I didn't know this till a few years ago that like getting in the top 10 just once in F1 is like a big deal.
Really?
Yeah. Because if you that's the points. Got something in there. Those are like the points paying positions. So like 11th on back, you don't get any points. So if you just get 1 point as an F1 team throughout the year, I think F1 covers your whole travel expense.
Oh my gosh,
That's what 1 point is.
that is crazy.
So that's why you see smaller teams get fired up when they get top 10. They're like, holy shit, we just saved tens of millions
it's
of
gonna
dollars.
change the way I watch it.
Yeah.
It's like people complain about F1 and it's like,
No,
it's
I like it.
very.
Plus, they go to some badass places. I'm like, I want to go to all the places they're racing at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to Spa.
Yeah. Spa de Franceuse, it's
Yeah, I went there last year, actually. That's where I watched the F1 race, and I was just like, I'm not going to try to pronounce the whole
I tried and I failed.
Like, oh, yeah, go down to Spa de Busenheimetshaven.
You trailed off there.
Huh?
What'd you say?
What?
Kind of slowed down there.
What was that?
Spa.
Do they have crazy fans in F1 like they do in NASCAR?
I mean,
Classy.
they're
cool.
classy,
Classy.
crazy. Although I did see
Like Derby.
Daniel signed a autograph getting ready to head up to the podium. Like I don't know if it was
like,
a fan
this.
or if it was just somebody's like, hey, can you sign this? It's for charity. I don't know what it was, but he was signing like a program. Right.
I
as
also
he was getting ready
forgot
to go.
that Gary Hollowell, the Spice Girl, was married to the whatever COO of Red Bull or whatever his name is. She was there.
I did not see that.
Color to the Oh, I'm not allowed to sing. Spice up.
You can speak it.
Color to the world. Spice up your life.
If you want to be
Every boy and every girl.
my lover, you got to get with my friends.
Anyway.
Make it last forever.
I was trying
Friendship
to
never ends.
I was going to try to transition to Crazy Fans.
Oh, Crazy Fans.
You totally missed my transition.
We can pick it back up.
Yeah, we can just go right into it.
Yeah, so we had a crazy fan
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Speaking of Crazy Fans,
Another one tried to climb the damn fence.
Yeah.
and
Did you
another
watch-
one bites the dust.
Ooh, I don't know if I would use that. Fans,
Why?
stop trying to climb the fences.
I don't get it.
This is multiple times as this happened in the NASCAR race now.
Yes.
If you say another one
The
bites the dust when you're
OG
talking
was
about
the
it.
guy
Yeah,
that
yeah.
at Richmond,
Yeah.
where he was just sitting up there like drinking or whatever he was doing, and he was up there for a while before they noticed.
This guy looks
Stop
like
climbing fences.
this guy looks like a kid.
Yeah, he looks.
Maybe
he looks
like a college,
he's
like a
guy.
frat
Yeah.
guy.
Oh,
'cause
well,
he's
that
got some
doesn't-
short
That
shorts
doesn't
on.
surprise me then.
I mean, I'd say
He has like khakis, and because they're so tight, maybe it's his positioning. It looks like he's not even wearing pants.
Yeah. I think he's wearing some chacos, some sandals. He's looking like a
My favorite
full-on
is the
frat guy.
security guard climbs up there and like
Mhm.
is not gentle about yanking
Yeah.
him down.
I mean, he doesn't hesitate to climb
He's
up
like,
there and get him.
get down.
It's like grabbing him by the leg, then he grabs him by the belt, and it's
I
just,
don't get.
You are only allowed to climb this fence if you have won the race.
Yeah. I don't know if we're under caution there or I think we're
It
green.
doesn't look
that's
like
green.
you're under
That's-
caution.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
green.
But I just don't get the level of you cannot get that drunk to want to climb a damn fence,
So
man.
you didn't see this while this was happening, and
No, sorry, I was doing other stuff.
yeah.
Or I already blew up at this point. I don't know.
I actually don't know when this was in the race. I didn't do as much investigating as I needed
Look at
to.
those are probably all his frat bros. Like, you did it, man.
You did it. You're accepted
We got the video.
Delta Phi Gamma.
Yeah, what if this was a hazing episode?
I just don't get it, man. I
We
don't
told-
get
I don't
why wanna
either.
climb
We
a
told
fence.
Todd to climb the fence, and he did it. Don't do it, Todd.
Stop
Don't
climbing
do
the
it.
fences.
Chad and Brad.
Yeah.
Stop climbing fences.
Yes,
Next-
that's the ones I was trying to. It's like Chad and Brad.
That was
Yeah.
a total
What about
Chad
Tad?
move right
Huh?
there.
Tad would do
Tad.
it too.
Tad.
Yeah.
Bad. All the ads.
I'm actually surprised that
Chucks.
more stuff like that doesn't happen.
Well, it's like
Like,
people-
I'm surprised people don't just like run on the track.
Well, people like going. That's apparently a thing if you're a fan. Going streaking
We're going
during a
streaking.
baseball game or a football game.
Yeah.
It doesn't work in NASCAR.
Mm-mm.
If you jump on
Also-
the track,
Also,
You're gonna get
even
hit.
if you were to do it during like cold track time, like streak or something,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there are a lot of parts and pieces and things you don't want around your naked
Asphalt.
body. Asphalt.
like say you're at Daytona
Like lug
and it's
nuts
pre-race,
flying, like people practicing stops and lug nuts flying.
but it's pre-race. You go streaking down the front stretch at Daytona. Don't do it.
There's also
And they tackle you on the asphalt,
yeah, that's road rash for days.
and
Yeah.
it's hot.
Yeah.
And
That's what I'm
then
saying.
they're holding you down on the pavement, and you're just getting
burning.
burned all
Burned.
up. Yeah,
That's what's going to happen.
And there's just stuff like not only are you on the asphalt, but depending on if you're on pit road, they've treated it with
sticky stuff.
sticky stuff.
You're going to end up with chemical burns.
It's gonna be bad.
You're going to spend the night in jail.
Just don't do it.
It's not worth it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Anyways,
I do think it would be funny if somebody streaked with just wearing their hot pass around their neck.
I
They're
can do
hot.
this.
Yeah.
I can do this. I can do it.
I've got a hot pass.
But
Anyway.
oh
Yeah.
well.
That was a fun.
I have so many questions about streaking still. Like, how does somebody not notice all of a sudden, whether not necessarily at NASCAR, but like a football game or a baseball game, that somebody is like derobing, like they're taking off their clothes. Nobody's around to just be like, or they want to see it happen, so they're like, I'm not going to say
Well,
anything.
a lot of times, like, oh, the naked guy showed up. Now it's a party.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or I mean, I think it's so funny though when you see those people streak and then they get laid out. I love it when the
Yeah.
players actually lay them out. That's really funny.
Especially in football when they just like,
just barely hit you. You're like,
Ding.
guess I'm a grown man.
he gone.
Brad, sit the down.
Go back to Hannah, Brad.
Hannah.
And I don't know. Me and my buddy were talking about the girls in New York are all named Hannah. And they're all just.
Did you watch the series Girls? Is that what you're saying?
that-
I actually
yeah.
just finished it.
Yeah.
I had not watched it, but I binge watched it over the last 2 weeks.
Really?
I think when you finish a series, it's almost like a breakup where you're still in love with the person, but you know it's for the best. Like, you know you're never going to see him again. Like, you decide mutually. I just get a very sad feeling when I end a series, but it's also happy because like I love the series. Do you ever get that?
I don't really binge watch.
I get that way although I don't get that. When I watch Band of Brothers, I always get emotional just because I don't want that series to end, but then I know how it ends, and it's just, anytime Muck and Pencala go and Baston, get a tear, get a little teary. It's a great show.
Just one Denzel tear.
Did you see Solo?
Not yet. No, I need to.
I heard it got mixed reviews.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people didn't like it. I don't know. I'm very curious. But I'll have to go see it at some point. But yeah, I heard not many people enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've heard that people have enjoyed it.
I've
heard both.
Mixed reviews.
Yeah, I have heard mixed
I
reviews.
heard people were disappointed.
Yeah.
I also saw something on the interwebs where people have realized that Donald Glover and Childish Gambino are the same person. How did you not know that?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because the movie's out now and people are like, oh, that's the guy that was in that video that just came out.
I think it was when he was on SNL. They're like, oh, Donald Glover's on and Childish Gambino. They're the same person? What?
Like Clark Kent and Superman.
How did I not know this?
I don't
know.
They look very similar because they are the same
It's
person.
the same guy.
But
He's been the same.
Did you guys see Deadpool yet?
No.
Yes.
Did you see? Oh yeah, it was. Was it funny?
So good.
I thought it was
I saw it last Thursday.
Yeah.
It was very good. It made me want to go back and watch the first one. Like, I should have gone back and watched the first one before I saw the second one. Not that you necessarily need to see the first one.
Yeah.
But
it'd be nice to get a little refresher.
yeah, a little refresher. I thought it was very good, and we did stay for the extras at the very end.
Yeah.
We made sure to stay during the credits. That was the funny stuff.
There was
like when he goes back in time. That didn't ruin.
I haven't seen it yet.
It didn't ruin anything.
Now I know that there's time travel.
And I'm
you ruined
talking
the whole thing.
And I'm talking about the extra stuff that's not even part of the movie plot.
Still.
Green Lantern.
Man, you can't.
Okay.
Now I'm
gonna have to go see it. Well, I kind of wanted to go see it yesterday.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I figured it'd be packed yesterday because rainy day, people are off work.
Yeah.
Not gonna try and go to the movies on a rainy day when people are off work.
Yeah, tomorrow or yesterday was kind of like the whole week is supposed to be rainy anyway.
Saturday was a great day though. Just gonna throw that out there and transition to something so we can talk about something that I saw that you didn't.
I know, I'm very jealous.
So we're going back to talking about the
you saw
contest.
Yeah, we're going to go back and talk about that after this break from one of our sponsors.
Are you the world's greatest NASCAR fan? Here's your chance to prove it. Go to NASCAR.com/Ford and tell us why you should be inducted into the Ford Hall of Fans. You could win a new Ford vehicle plus a VIP experience through the 2018 Ford Championship Weekend.
And we're back.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it. We talked about our Hooters thing. We haven't talked about Sturgill and Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
How was it?
Sturgill, well, first of all, Old Crow Medicine Show.
Oh, they're good.
Great act.
Mm.
Not just Wagon Wheel.
That's about the only song I can think of.
But they've got some other good songs that are really, really good. So
their version of Wagon Wheel, by the way, is much better than Darius's. Just going to put that out
Put
there.
that right there.
Much better than Darius's version.
Yes. I totally agree with that. There were, so you had a guy from like The Voice was like the opening guy. Not really sure who he was. Then Old Crow. Then Sturgill.
Was this like a festival?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was like an all-day thing. Like we went in at 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And
Ew.
yeah.
What kind of crowd was it? I feel like this could be
It was
a
a
mixed crowd.
Yeah. I ran into a couple of glass holes.
Oh.
Nice.
One of them, I think his name is Noah. He gave me his card. He mixed die casts. Like detailed die casts.
Oh.
Wow.
So I mean, shout out to Noah. I think it was Noah. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'll get it right next time. But Sturgill crushed it.
Yeah.
Are you trying to make us feel bad?
Yes.
Very
angry. I mean, it was literally like watching.
He wasn't the headliner though.
No, he wasn't. But I got the Groupon.
Oh.
Like, I paid like $20 for the lawn seats, and it wasn't even full. So they started handing out tickets to go sit in.
Stop.
Yeah. So we got tickets to get closer. So for Sturgill, we were a lot closer.
You just salt on the
I
wound.
just pouring it in there.
Fine.
But then Willie.
Yeah.
It was a hashtag Willie or won't he? Because Team Z picked it up. Jonathan Merriman was tweeting about it. Willie walked off stage. He came out twice and then walked off. And the second time, he threw his hat to the audience.
He looked like he angrily threw it.
It
wasn't like here's my hat. It was, here's my hat.
They said he had a stomach bug.
Yeah.
That could be understandable. Because at first I was like, why would he walk out and put on his guitar and then just be like, oh, sorry, I don't feel well. It's a stomach bug. It's a hit or miss.
Can you imagine the lucky person who caught Willie Nelson?
I know.
Maybe they're going to have a stomach bug now.
Maybe I'd go sterilize that.
Yeah, sterilize the hat. They did say they're going to try and do a make good.
Oh.
And he's going to come back.
Back in Charlotte?
Potentially. Yes. So, while
a stomach bug, I would
not
want
up
to clean
saying
his.
That you guys missed it,
We could see him.
you could see him again, and he might bring Sturgill back.
Yeah.
Because they were supposed to play together.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like some Willie and Waylon type stuff.
Hey.
But I'm not entirely disappointed that I didn't see Willie.
You
were mainly there for Sturgill.
I was there for Sturgill.
And you don't think he's up to par?
Well, it's not that I don't think he's up to par. I don't want to taint my Willie image.
Oh.
Like,
we had
the fact that he probably had explosive diarrhea didn't taint that.
No. I mean, that happens.
Did you sing that song when you were a kid? When you're bouncing a ball and you feel something fall, diarrhea.
When you're sliding in the first and you feel something burst, diarrhea.
I didn't know the diarrhea song. I'm sorry, guys. I'm happy I didn't know that song.
Something of our generation.
Well, because it was in that movie with Steve Martin.
Oh, it was?
Parenthood?
Oh.
Parent?
I don't remember.
Parent Life?
Yeah.
Parent Trap?
Parenthood.
Parent something?
Parent
Not
Trap.
the show?
No, Parenthood.
Parent people?
Cheaper by the dozen.
Old people with kids?
Yeah.
Steve Martin had a kid.
But, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, would you rather see, you had a Top Gun here. I liked it. Would you want to see a star like past his prime?
Or see an up-and-coming guy that nobody's...
Yeah.
There are a lot of folks at that show that, like, I don't even know who that guy was, but he just shredded it. Sturgill. Yeah, a lot of...
When we say
Willie
past
fans.
their prime, are we saying, like, all of the concerts sucks?
No.
Like, it's just like, this is not how I remember this person.
Well,
like,
going to see the Dead and Company and Bob Weir, he's good.
Yeah.
Like, they're still good, but it's not 60s, 70s, 80s.
I guess if you haven't seen them, it's worth seeing them. But if you've seen them in your prime or in their prime, it's not. Like, I'd be like...
But then is it nostalgia?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, I would have rather seen Elvis in his prime than when he was, like, drugged up and fat and...
Yeah.
Well, like...
Sweaty.
Sweaty Elvis.
Slayer is doing their last ever tour.
Yeah.
So it's like, you got to
saw
see
them last
them.
year.
Yeah. Like, you got to see them. Even though they're
how old are they now?
Older now.
In 60s?
Yeah.
They can still...
They're shredding still. But
yes.
Like, that's the thing. Is like, but if it's their last tour, like, you got to see them no matter. And it's the first time I've ever.
Have you been to a Slayer concert? The crowd is actually very diverse.
Yeah, I bet.
Went to and saw them last year in Raleigh. They played with Lamb of God, and it was a very diverse crowd, actually.
Yeah.
Old people, young people.
That's the way this
Fratty
concert was. It was
peers.
frat kids. It was race fans. It was a very diverse crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't know anything about that.
Because we weren't there.
But you might be able to see it when Willie comes back. So, Willie Nelson, I know you're a big glasshole and you're listening to the show, and I hope you're feeling better.
I hope you feel better.
And I hope you talk Sturgill into coming back with you when you come back to Charlotte, maybe in September. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe October.
You're right.
Somewhere.
When the weather's nice.
Yeah.
It's just now
Won't be as
turning to
humid.
fall.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Come on back.
Nice. We cool it off.
Yeah. It'll be great.
But
we'll throw you a pig picking. Yeah.
Speaking of animals and humans,
I like what you
we're
did.
gonna go back.
I like
here
what
to
you
this.
did
I like
there.
that.
Thank you, sir.
We had this topic. I don't know where it came from. Did you just think of it?
Kim
A
did.
fan actually
Okay.
direct messaged me or tweeted me. I don't remember. I think it was a direct message actually. With
You have your DMs
they
open
and
to
their
anybody?
they and their friend. I think it was actually a direct message on Instagram.
Hmm.
We should give credit where credit is due. I'm probably not going to be able to find it now. Watch.
There's so many DMs in
Oh,
Kim's
shit.
inbox.
Yeah.
No,
Everybody
it's
just
not
sliding
like
up in
that.
there.
I texted you guys, so you should be
Yeah.
able to pull it.
No,
Anyway,
it was in the
a
text.
fan was
Yeah.
like, my friend and I were talking about this and thought it would be a great topic for Glass Case of Emotion. I tend to agree.
You want to tell us?
Yeah. What is it?
Where would a centaur's, I'm saying that right?
Centaur?
Centaur heart be located? The human chest or the horse chest?
I thought about this, and I think they have two hearts.
I
Yeah, they definitely have two hearts.
had a conversation with our good friend Jonathan Merriman. I think it's two hearts because one heart would not be able to pump enough blood to all of everywhere.
Like a human heart cannot sustain a horse body.
No.
And I could see maybe just having a horse heart. Horse hearts are pretty big, but I think it's two hearts.
I think it's two hearts as well.
Because you're not going to take the heart out of the man when he's combined with the horse. I mean, come on.
I'm going to need
don't
to
be
actually
absurd.
I think it's
pump
two
more
hearts.
blood to
Yeah.
function arms. And
Arms.
Exactly.
I think it needs two hearts. Are
Okay.
there any animals with two hearts?
Doctor Who. It's two heart. Helps him with his regeneration.
Hit you in the face.
He's from Gallifrey. He's the Gallifreyan.
These other
Two
creatures you
hearts.
have on here.
The other, yeah, there's
Ipotan? How the F do you say that?
Minotaur.
Minotaur.
What movie is that off of?
I don't know, but there's a lot of mythical creatures with humans and other animals merging together.
What's the one from
Mermaids?
No.
Mermans?
No. From
Aquaman?
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe that lives in Narnia. It's like a goat.
It's like
What is that? What do you call that? Where it's like a goat but the goat walks on its
hind legs.
They call
and
them
then
like,
it has
like sprites. There's like it's like Pan.
Are you saying Pan?
Are you saying Pan or Pam?
Pam?
Pan?
Pan?
You're saying Pan?
Pan is Pan is the god of hunters and nymphs, who's the head of a human and the arms and legs of a goat. He is often heard playing a flute.
A nymph.
Oh,
okay, that's
pan
what it
flute.
was. Yeah,
like
man.
the
Like South
Africa
Park.
thing. Have you seen what's it? Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard,
Oh.
where they do the Africa video,
Yes.
Toto Africa.
It's been a while. That
Yeah.
song I
Has
have
made a
heard
resurgence,
every day
yeah.
for the last 2 weeks. It's always on the radio, by the way.
Yeah.
Including on the way over here.
But have you ever wondered, like, if these mythological creatures like switched?
Or creepers.
Yeah,
They're kind of
creepers.
creepy.
But like, if a mermaid had like fish head,
Fish head and human legs.
that'd be terrible. Like you'd be like, you're disgusting.
Or like a human body with just like a horse's head and front legs.
Yeah, like that'd be useless. Like
It's like, what's the point of this?
no.
Do you think mermaids are real?
I think they're manatee.
Manatee and mermaids look nothing alike.
Yeah, but if you're a sailor on an 18th century sailing vessel and you see a manatee floating in the water, you're like,
Manatees are freshwater, are they not? Or they're saltwater versions?
saltwater?
But
Thought
it's
they were
some sort of
freshwater. I don't know. The earth was different back then. I just spit.
science was different.
Role Models was that movie we were
Yeah.
hanging out with.
Justin
Burroughs actually, our producer.
How do
who I thought
how
he was
do-
hanging out with Austin.
How do
Dillon at one
mermaids
point.
poop?
How
Like
to
a
fish?
fish?
How to fish?
How to fish poop.
If
yeah.
it's the
I guess.
bottom half of a mermaid, which just makes The Little Mermaid just an awkward movie.
Why is that? Why is Little Mermaid? A lot of old Disney movies
Yeah.
are
Are
weird.
weird.
Bad.
Well, it's because they're based a lot off of like this folklore and mythology.
Yeah.
Which
well,
is
Ursula
weird.
was part octopus and part human.
Ursula.
I love you, Ursula. Ursula. Given no idea.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Ursula. Super Troopers. Come on.
It's been a long time.
Oh gosh.
Manatees. Occasionally called sea
Sea
cows.
cows. Manatees are very gentle.
Yeah. But
they are not anything like mermaids.
No, but
I would think.
They look like a big rock.
Yeah. Again, if you've been on a ship crossing the Atlantic,
that does not look like Ariel.
And you've been drinking rum all day.
That does not look like a hot mermaid.
Maybe you didn't have glasses.
What if mermaids aren't hot like they are depicted in like mythology? What if they're like really?
What if they're terrifying?
Ugly, terrifying, like
manatees.
Witches of the sea.
Well, the concept of beauty has evolved over time to what we have today. It used to be that more festively plump was preferred.
Because food was not readily available. So if you were able to eat more and hold on to more fat, it meant that you were wealthier.
So then they
just
saw,
look
like at these rich bitches, son.
Vacations didn't used to be a thing.
Cha-ching.
That's why
I'm a lowly sailor.
Pale used to be in because that meant that you were spending your days inside instead of laboring in the fields.
Look at these manatees. She's such a tease.
Oh, how she teases me so.
Manatees.
Tease, I got it.
All right, thanks, Justin Burroughs, for that one.
I don't know about mermaids, man. I've seen some movies where mermaids are evil. Yeah. Like they pretend to be all fucking nice, and then they're evil and they kill people.
Well, like the Harry Potter when they have to do the challenge, nobody's gonna know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Where they dive into the ocean.
Yeah. Harry. Yeah,
those
he's a wizard.
Mermaid people come and
you're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, right.
I
got this stick, and I'm gonna hit you with it. I'm gonna cast a spell on you. Yeah, I'm gonna turn you into a kitten.
You can be my security kitten. For when I have to go into concerts.
I have a trench coat.
Yeah.
What about a fox?
There's
Do you think you can get away with having an emotional therapy fox?
I mean, if it's a trained fox, why not?
I don't know if you can train foxes. Yeah, I'm sure you can train foxes, but it'd be a bitch to train foxes. But yeah, just start walking around with a fox on a leash. They're like, is that a fox?
Baby foxes are really cute. I feel like if you got a fox when it was a baby, you could make them tame and calm. And
people tame squirrels.
I have seen
and raccoons.
Squirrels. Yeah.
That's the thing. I think you could probably train a fox.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with yes.
You can.
I don't know for certain.
You can train any animal or think.
Well, that's
you
like
train
people have
any
ferrets
animal.
for pets. Ferrets are terrifying. Did you ever see Kindergarten Cop?
Yeah,
with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes,
he could rip a ferret in half.
The ferret was.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
I saw that movie when I was little, and it was I've forever since then been terrified of ferrets. Although he did get the bad guy, like the ferret got the bad guy, not like the good people.
Didn't we talk about
we
ferret?
did.
Yeah, the guy.
We talked about Kindergarten Cop.
No, I thought we talked about ferrets on here one time, and then like there was a guy that.
We probably did.
Like yelled at the mayor of New York or something about ferrets. It was a whole thing.
I don't remember that.
Maybe that wasn't on here. Maybe that was on Last Week Tonight with John Oliver that I watched.
Nice plug. Yeah, plug. Yeah, right there.
Okay, all right.
Try to get him on the show.
Sure,
he'll be on next week. Just teasing that one.
I do want to talk about this cake.
Oh yeah, let's talk about.
I was going to say I was going to try a transition. I was going to be like, maybe if you were summa cum laude at your college, you could train a fox.
I don't know what summa cum laude is.
Graduating with honors.
Yeah, graduating with
highest honors.
Okay,
but there was a store in South Carolina, actually, a Publix, that refused to print cum.
Because they thought it was a dirty word.
C-U-M.
It's spelled similarly to
another
word.
Another meaning.
So they put summa ...
Laude.
Yeah. Hey, well,
what I don't get is
South Carolina.
She put it in
not cultured.
Like the mom put it in because you order it online. She ordered it online, and she said in the comments that it censored this and flagged it as profane. And she said it is not censored. It is Latin for graduating with.
It makes for a funny story.
And then the public still didn't even.
Well, I have a suggestion to this parent: go to another cake store. Don't be like go to one. If they don't print what you want, go to another cake store.
Well, she did get a refund from Publix and a gift card, and but it's still funny.
Or just
have funny.
Or just have them put.
It is kind of weird that she wrote that on the cake instead of just like congratulations.
Yeah,
but I mean, maybe that was the first summa cum laude in their family, and they really wanted to note that on the cake, and now they just got summa laude.
Or she should have just had summa laude, and then she could have done it herself.
Yeah, they should have left her space and said, if you really prefer to write this on your cake, here's some icing, and here's some space to do it.
Good luck matching our handwriting.
Well, here's the other thing. What? Why order online when you could go and talk to the cake people and say, hey.
Why do it when you can bake your own cake?
If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked the cake.
Back your count.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Go talk to people in person.
Yeah.
Like I can't bake. If I try and bake a cake, it's not going to turn out great.
No.
Have you baked anything?
I've tried to bake. I like the funfetti cakes.
Oh, they're so good.
They're so amazing.
I always said it would be funny to have a wedding cake, like this very pristine, like tiered white wedding cake, and then you cut into it and it's funfetti.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Like
one. I tried to bake it. I like funfetti cupcake.
What if you had like a wedding cake that had like every type of cake?
People do that. People do it where
depended
each
on
tier.
where.
Yeah, people do it where each
Not
tier
even the tier, like in the same tier.
In the same
sections of the cake were.
Be like surprise.
It would be like a baking
That'd
It
be
would
marvel.
be a nightmare because so many people have allergies now.
You're coming to my wedding? Your allergies.
You've got to be allergy free if you're coming to this damn wedding.
Bring an EpiPen.
Yeah.
Cheers.
We'll have an EMT on standby. So
I'll give you mouth
People
to mouth.
ruining
or
everything.
Put more cake in your mouth. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna pay somebody to bake my cakes.
I used to bake a lot. Now it's like hit or miss. I like cupcakes because they're like single serving cake.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand why people.
I like
don't
to. You
have
have to
more
cut
cupcakes.
it, cut the top off, and flip it. So it's the good ratio and distribution of icing. You can't just eat the cupcake.
Never heard of that.
Oh, you take it and you cut it so you have like a little bit of the top of the cake and all of the icing, and then you take that little portion and you flip it. It's like a little cake sandwich, cupcake sandwich.
But what does that do with the ratio? That does nothing with the ratio.
It distributes the icing a little more evenly. I prefer.
But you're biting it the whole thing, so
It
you're
makes it
gonna
easier
get
to
the same.
eat too.
Maybe it's less
Yeah.
messy.
Yeah.
I could
You
see
should try
that.
it next time. I think you might prefer it.
I can't remember the last time I had a cupcake. To be honest with you.
Maybe I'll bring some next week.
Yeah, I used to love blueberry muffins. Jiffy blueberry muffins.
Ooh,
My
I
mother
like
used to make
muffins.
those
I
all
like
the time.
cornbread.
Cornbread.
Oh,
Are you a
cornbread, great.
sweet cornbread person or a spicy cornbread?
Sweet.
Sweet, yes. Okay.
Chase Elliott's mother, I think, makes the best cornbread I've ever had. Yeah,
I don't know. There was
amazing.
a lady that worked at the restaurant I worked at in high school, and if we had like Saturday shift, she would always make. I think she was Colombian or Bolivian. I don't know. And she would make cornbread in the morning, and it was like cake.
Yeah. My favorite mixture: cornbread and collard greens.
Yeah.
Like I'm a huge
Like you mix them and take a
because
bite.
because like if you cook the collard greens right.
You cook them into the cornbread.
Well, no. Like if there's a little bit soupy, there's some ham and some spice in there. There's some heat
you
to it.
dip it to soak up the juices.
I have soaked up the juice in the cornbread before,
Mm.
and it's so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll have
There used to
try
be a
that.
place right across the street from NASCAR called Lola's,
Oh,
and they've since moved on, and my life is a little darker.
I really haven't found a great place in Charlotte that makes good cornbread. Like really good.
They did barbecue pork chops on Wednesdays. It was like a fried pork chop dipped in barbecue sauce.
I'm not a pork chop fan.
Oh, these
pork
were
chops.
delicious though.
You like
Love
pork
pork
chops?
chops.
Cool.
And then collard greens and some black eyed peas and then some corn. Just so good.
Black Eyed Peas? Oh, that's a great band.
I do
Fergie.
like black eyed
Gosh,
peas.
yeah. Fergalicious.
Fucking
They're
definition.
delicious.
Make them boys go crazy. But
Yeah.
anyways, actually, some really great cornbread. I can't believe we're still talking about cornbread, but
You can't?
It needs
It's
to
so
be
good.
sweet enough that you need a glass of milk with it. Go.
it competes with Cindy's. I had one at the top of a mountain in
Were there centaurs?
no, I was driving through the mountains of Greece,
Kilimanjaro.
Papua Ben Guinea, and I can't remember where it was now. Somewhere
You
in
had
Colorado.
cornbread
Somewhere in
and milk?
Colorado, yeah.
Cornbread
it was
and milk?
great. This little place at the top of a mountain. I was like, this is like the best cornbread I've ever had.
But the place was at the top. Like,
Yeah.
had you hiked up the mountain and then lo and behold, there's this.
Well, we were snowboarding.
Okay.
And you just
Oh,
take the
Credit
ski
to the
lift.
people that bake that because baking at an altitude is a lot more tricky.
Yeah.
You have to do different directions, different ratios. It's the whole thing.
I just
pretty
imagined
good.
you hiking and
No, I'm not that adventurous.
stumbling across.
And just having a
this-
blanket. Like, you know, when they hike in the movies, it's like they don't
Mhm.
have Ziplocs. They have these like cloths they open
No.
with the food.
I imagined an old man in a log cabin with some smoke pouring out of the top with a cast iron kettle. And
Would you eat cornbread from this man that
Yeah.
Chuck is describing?
Yeah.
He's got a lone cow
I do like.
Lone
hitched up that he milks.
I like
and
a
that's where the
good
milk
like
comes from.
Brunswick stew.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
On a cold day.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm getting hungry.
It's like summer though.
Irish Irish pie. No, Irish
Shepherd's
Shepherd's
pie.
pie.
Shepherd's pie.
Ah.
Cottage pie.
Oh, yeah. Going to Ireland 2 weeks. Excited for that.
Oh, look
On
at
our off
you.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister's over there for 2 months. She's
Oh, yeah.
got an internship over there, so she loves it.
Fancy.
Whereabout in Ireland?
You think she's going to be an expat and just
That's more
move
Scottish.
away? That's what
She
happened.
might.
That's what happened when my best friend did abroad. She went to Australia, though, and then she married an Aussie, and now she is Australian.
Aaron might marry an Irishman.
An Irishman.
An Irishman. We're going to Dublin for a couple days, then we're going to go to Galway, and then we're going to go to Killarney. I'm excited.
Are you going to kiss the Blarneys down?
Yeah, I'm going to make out with it. I'm going to lick it.
Oh, when I'm typing your name in rundowns and stuff, it always wants to translate it to Blarney.
Blarney?
Yeah.
I wish my last name was Blarney.
Brian Blarney.
Cool Irish background, but the Blarney family.
I don't know why this reminded me. Don't you think it's weird when fans create their profile names and they use like the last name of drivers? Like I've seen people like Sarah Keselowski or like
that's weird.
John Blaney.
Why does it have to be John? That's weird. Yeah, I don't get it.
Brad Blaney.
Oh yeah, Chad.
Chad and Brad.
Brad
Blaney.
and Chad. That's probably who climbed the damn fence right there.
Yeah.
But no, there's a. Yeah,
it's just it's a strange thing to me.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of fans, I'm gonna vent. For a second.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't care if I get in trouble, mad at. I don't care. But to the fans who go to the racetrack, which thank you, you're at the racetrack, and thank you that you're a fan of me, but you take handfuls of hero cards out of our bins.
Oh yeah.
And like you take
I think they use
10
it
of
to
them.
sell them. I think they try
Yeah,
to sell
and they sell them and they take them away from people who were there just to get autographs. They piss me off because I had a bunch of fans come up to me at Charlotte. They're like, "Hey, you're out of hero cards."
You're like,
what?
We
just put them out, and my guys are like, "Yeah, these guys just come take just handfuls at a time.
To sell them on the black market.
Yeah,
in the dark web.
The dark web. Yeah,
I do know.
I don't like those people. So stop.
I know some drivers. I don't know if you're one of them, where when they get like a fan autograph line and there's fans with like multiple, let's see, they have like 10 of the same hero cards. They say, I will only sign these. Like they'll ask who they want it made out to. They won't just sign their name. They'll say, who would you like this made out to?
I need to start doing
because they know it's otherwise they're just going to end up like on eBay.
On eBay, yeah. I don't get it. Why? I don't get it. You're going to sell them for $2? That's all they're worth.
Yeah,
it's just my.
It's the experience.
I'm going to start making every autograph of mine different. Ooh. So they're like, this isn't Brian's. Which one is his? Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm just going to
drive down the cost of your autograph.
Around. Yeah.
I mean,
you should ask though for them to make it out to somebody.
Yeah.
And if they're like, no, it's fine. Just be like, no, I really want it to be.
I want it to be special,
personalized.
What if you just start sounding like Chase Elliott?
I have actually.
I told him when they introed us for the pageant that he and Chase should have switched, and see if anybody noticed. I think some people would have, but some people probably.
Some people would not have known the difference at all. But I've signed Chase before. I've signed Trevor, Bain.
They would have known though that it's defending Pocono winner Ryan Blaney.
Oh man! Oh, transitioning.
Yes.
Poco. Yes.
Poco.
Yeah.
Yes.
Poco. Yes.
But yeah, we're going to Pocono this weekend, so I'm excited.
Red flag and eagle.
I know you should have brought your trophy in. Where is that trophy?
At my father's race shop. All my first win trophies are at his shop. I give them to him. But
That's cute.
I mean, another one, our eagle mounting a flag.
Yeah. It's no longer mounting the flag. Remember they changed it a little bit?
I know. I wish it still was. I have that one though at the house. I have it
because that was
a few years ago.
Truck
win. Yeah, and he's mounting that thing. He's making babies with that flag.
I feel like we need that one.
Wouldn't it be cool
just some show,
like
maybe the fall not fall, but the second Pocono show.
The one that's like in 6 weeks instead of 2.
Yeah, just bring that one in. We'll just set it right there, and we can just stare at American making love to America.
Yeah. I heard. I don't know if this is true or not. I've heard that someone tweeted at me. Someone verified. Said that Pocono has a gift for me, like a Penske, a vintage Penske thing. So Pocono, if you're listening, I hope they're not lying to me.
Heaney?
Oh,
what you got, Heaney?
Dover was sending me something too after I tripped, like a care package. They sent it to the NASCAR. They sent it to the NASCAR tower.
Sue them.
They're like, we hope you get this. We sent it to the NASCAR tower. I haven't gotten it. Chuck's probably using it. It's probably like Band-Aids.
If it's there,
ointment.
If it's there, you just go to the mailroom on 2 and be like, hey, do you have a package for me? I'm Kim Kuhn.
Package?
Kim Kuhn? Package? No?
We'll have to follow up next week to see if you get. Oh, yeah. Pocono week.
Yeah, see if we get. See if I get anything. Hopefully they give me something. But speaking of packages, I saw a funny video on the internet. So like porch pirates.
Yeah, that's steal packages.
Yeah. So this guy started putting blank shotgun shells and tying them up and rigging it to where when they lifted this package, it would sound like a gunshot.
The cap goes off.
Yeah. And it was so amazing. Some girl broke her leg running away, which you deserve it if you're stealing a package.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than a thief. I saw similar. It was like a mom near Christmas time. What?
There's some worse things than thieves, but
There are some
for
worse
the
things.
sake of this story,
if you
go ahead.
think of like,
There are a lot of worse things than thieves, actually.
if you think of thievery, there's metaphorically other ways to be a thief than just like stealing your coffee cup.
Steal hearts,
Yeah, you could steal
Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
souls.
souls.
Sell your
stealer.
soul, yeah. You just be a dementor.
If you're a
Dementor.
liar, you're stealing the truth. If
Right.
you're a rapist, you're stealing other things.
Well, let's not get into that region right there.
And on that bombshell,
I forget what I was going to talk about.
remember we got a minute and a
I
half.
forgot. I
Sorry.
forgot all about it.
We're getting all rapey in here, so I was just trying.
Hey,
to...
you're the one that that's
No,
all
you're
you.
the one who brought it up.
Don't put this on me, Ricky
I
Bobby.
had to verify my thief theory that thieves steal other things besides.
So you're saying a murderer
packaged
is a thief
goods.
of life?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
That is a better
Okay.
example than I had.
Yes, it is.
I'll allow it.
A murderer is a thief of life.
I still don't remember what I was going to talk about. Pissed.
What?
So pissed.
We were talking about thievery, shotgun shell, girl tripping.
I don't know.
Stealing things.
You got about a minute to
Packages.
think about it.
Stealing packages. Oh, someone was stealing my mail
Oh,
What?
for a little while. I would notice it like after 2 weeks. I was like, I'm getting no mail. My mailbox is like,
Yeah,
I live
like-
way off the road. And I was like, what the
Did you
hell's
put
on
a
my mail? I
camera
had
out
no
there?
bills. Well, then I just got a locked mailbox.
And
We have
that
to have a key to open
helped
it.
it.
Yeah. And then no one steals it because you can't get in there anymore. But I'm
Yeah.
like, what kind of
What were they looking for? Like, what were they hoping
know.
that you were getting mailed?
a check? I don't know. How
I
are you
don't
going to
know.
cash it?
They were hoping they were there on Nudie Magazine Day.
I get all sorts of magazines that
Day.
I don't pay for. I get so many
I do
subscriptions.
too. I
I
It's
do not
crazy.
pay for these, and I have like 4 different magazines come to my house. Oh my gosh, we have 5 seconds
No,
left. What's
10
happening?
10 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah. Nudie Magazine Day. I got to go home and check my mail. Thanks for listening.
Bye.